Good morning, Grand County. Ryan Weier back here with another edition of Good Morning Winter Park right here on Channel 18 Outdoor Television. Hanging out with the silent rock star here, Mike Turner, producer and director of the show. What's new, Mike?
Oh, gosh, so much. It's been crazy. Just got back from Tennessee.
That sounds awesome.
No, it was awesome. So I had the craziest travel thing. I won't go into my long travel life, but I ended up with 3 free tickets, a hotel. We got bumped off of volunteer bumpage. You ever do that?
I do it every time I can.
I
literally get there, and sometimes I'll even go up and say, hey, you guys looking for any volunteers?
Right.
Before they make an announcement, just in case, because most of the time my travel plans aren't that fixed.
So the girl makes 3 announcements. I really need to, and it's a little commuter flight. We actually went to a family reunion in Knoxville, Tennessee. Beautiful area. I don't know.
That's home. Oh, it is beautiful. I don't know anything about Tennessee.
Home of the Orange. So, but it's Tennessee. Orange. The University of Tennessee is there. Peyton's from there. So statues.
The volunteers.
Blah.
Yeah,
okay, the volunteers. But awesome little community. We were a family reunion on a lake, so I hung out on a lake boat all week. My uncles have a place there, so
sounds
awesome.
Pretty nice.
60 cousins. I have 60 cousins.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm right in line.
Are you with me?
Yep.
Yeah. And so it was all
50 plus for me. I don't know if it's 60, but yeah.
All these cousins I don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how a family reunion is for me. It's a lot of handshakes and who are you?
Who are you again? And who was your parent? Yeah. And so we did that all weekend. But it was fun. So I got some free tickets. So I'm going to start finding out my new vacation plans.
Yeah, exactly. You got the whole family covered. That's incredible.
Yep. So that's about all that's new. But I did bring you a present while I was there because my mom comes from Georgia.
She is a Georgia peach.
Our Georgia peaches.
Yeah. Well, it's also coming into one of my favorite times.
I brought one for Jerry, too. I'm not going to toss it to you because it might make a mess.
It's also my favorite time of year is the Palisade peaches are coming ripe, too. And last weekend I was actually mounting some Palisade peaches, but this is the real thing. No offense, Palisade, because as Colorado goes, Palisade's as good as we get.
Well, exactly. And I grew up with Georgia peaches, and so...
If you don't mind.
Really? Go. Dude, with coffee? Nice. Georgia peaches... With these
worth it.
These you're probably going to need a napkin.
I got a shirt.
These weren't quite. I picked some firmer ones out of the bushel because I wanted them to last.
Tastes pretty good to me. It's pretty juicy. Any more, I'd be dripping down my face here.
But yeah, I grew up with Georgia peaches. Georgia is the peach state, by the way. The peach state. So, Mom brought them up, and I was like, I'm going to bring a couple home. So I did. I toted them.
Well, absolutely incredible. And speaking of some peaches, we got some real peaches on the show today.
We do have peaches on the show today, Ryan.
Yeah, we got some great. We got kind of a theme almost going today. It's conservation, land trust. We're gonna have
I kind of set this one up for that.
Forward thinking and preserving what we all moved here for and what we love about Grand County.
Yeah, there's a nonprofit that was started. I actually got started with Infinite West years ago. I was actually involved when they set up their board and know the guys Tim Hodson and Scott Munn that kind of got it started. And a good friend of mine, Mike Mindel, was on one of the first boards, and we talked a lot through recycling because I actually, most people don't know, I worked for the resort for many years, but I, along with Jill Jacobson, started the first recycling in Grand County years ago at the resort, and so I had a lot of knowledge of how to pull that off. And
when you're a small rural town in the mountains, recycling is kind of an uphill battle.
It's an uphill battle. It costs money. People don't realize it costs money, and in a lot of big cities, the pitfall to it is they just dump it in the dump.
Right.
They say they're recycling to make everybody feel good. So this organization's real goal was to actually do it. And they got started that way. And then they became, as missions change and boards change, they actually evolved into a bigger entity, trying to bring a lot of sustainable entities under one umbrella. So it's a great group. And Tommy Harris is on that board.
The guy's got a ton of energy, and we love him for it. He's absolutely incredible.
Real passionate about what he does. And so if you want some information, infinitewest.org.
Yeah,
thank you. Is a good way to get involved. And they need board members, and they need some volunteers because they're doing a lot of cool stuff. And they don't have a big budget, and they're really trying to keep some grassroots stuff alive. So I asked them on the show, and they've got a cool event coming up in Grand Lake next weekend, August 13th. So.
Yep. Spirit of the Lake Regatta.
And
what kills it, this is it for me, is what's better than going to the beach on Grand Lake, looking at the national park, and drinking microbrews from the state of Colorado. It's a brew fest on the beach of Grand Lake. Incredible.
human-powered boats and racing and events.
Right, the regatta is not a sailing race. This is a
not a
lot
sailing
of
race.
human-powered fun.
Like paddle boards and canoes and kayaks.
So get on there and register. SpiritLakeRegatta.com. You can register for the races.
Okay.
So yeah, check that out. Also, Anna, the interim executive director of the Colorado Headwaters Land Trust, will be on the show as well.
And Craig Healy's coming with Anna. They're both part of a great organization trying to
couple of peaches, if you will.
Trying to. I kind of want to bite because I'm really smelling it.
It's juicy.
But they're actually coming on to the Colorado Headwaters Land Trust is a great organization, doing some good work, trying to manage some ranch properties and easements, conservation easements, so that we can
really interesting. I mean,
so
something I didn't know anything about.
Exactly, and a lot of their work is to save some of the lands from development because we certainly don't want to overdevelop. Anytime you tend to overdevelop, there's a balance between development. I'm not anti-development at all. You just have to do it smart, and these guys are all about smart development and how it works, because anytime you kind of overgrow one little area, you can affect a lot of the riparian areas, the pathways, the
riparian
animals.
Is what, water access?
Well, it's the area around rivers that sustains other life, like the next level life. So you have organisms and fish, and then you have your smaller, species of life that live around that water that need the water. And so if you overdevelop too much around your waterways, what ends up happening is you block those waterways from your natural environment. So you take the whole ecosystem and kind of make it hard for that to happen. So this group is really good about finding cool properties.
They're growing quick. It's fun to hear the progress they've made.
I wanted to hear a little update on where they're at and what they're doing. So I thought I'd invite them on and get a little message from what they're doing.
I think we're going to close out the day at one of my favorite places in town, and I don't think you can mention to any local, and you say, where do I go for après ski? And someone's going to throw out Dino's Mountain Bistro for either après ski or dinner. I mean, it has been a 40th anniversary this year?
I think so. It's a staple.
It has been a long-term staple.
It's a staple for Grand County, and I think,
great atmosphere if you want a really nice dinner. Great atmosphere if you want a fun happy hour after skiing. Great lunch. I mean, it's just a great, stable place, downtown Winter Park, right across Highway 40 of Cooper Creek Square here. So easy to find. Dino's Mountain Bistro. And I think hopefully they'll have a little surprise for me when I show up to eat, of course. This peach will tie me over for most of the show, but when I get there, I'm expecting a good beer because they got a great a great draft selection.
The Catrumbas family has done a lot for our community over the years, and so we're going to pop by and do a little happy hour session with them. But they have
Dino's passing on to the kids, and he's working his way into legendary status. Everyone knows Dino and the story of Dino's.
Pretty much. Enjoy that Georgia peach.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower, and then we're gonna continue with the show. So
let's get out.
Yeah, well, that's it. So stick around. We're gonna be back here with Anna and Cray from the Colorado Headwaters Land Trust, and freshen up that coffee because it's gonna be a good one. We'll be back shortly.
Stay with us.
Oh yeah! And how about a hand one more time for your High Country Stampede color guard? This one is the next one, my friend. Look at. Right, can we get it here? Look at it go! No!